all measures to ensure that nobody disrupts the election. He also said the command will continue to deploy proactive measures to ensure the state will remain peaceful, as it is one of the most peaceful states in the country. You are watching the transition on Atlantic Television Network. We return after this break.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats and high-riding trucks capable of navigating the treacherous, waterlogged areas are urgently required to reach the countless men, women and children still awaiting rescue. The Nigerian media is issuing a desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, international actors and citizens across the nation. Step in now, before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809-233-3955. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic.
Welcome back. This is a transition on Atlantic Television Network, and now the rest of our stories. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu has presented an additional supplementary budget proposal for the Federal Capital Territory Authority to the House of Representatives for consideration and passage. The President, in a letter read at the resumption of the plenary by the Speaker of the House of Representatives on Tajuddin Abba, in accordance with the Section 121 of the Constitution of the Federal Organization's goals, while addressing pressing nations' concern. The VP used the meeting to address Nigerians' recent inclusions on the high-risk jurisdiction list for the anti-money laundering concerns and constructive dialogue with international partners, and reaffirm Nigerian support for all spies initiatives, including the organization's focus on anti-ongoing crisis. The former Borno State Governor outlined Nigeria's strategy to leverage its position as Africa's most populous nation to advocate for all spies in trade, promote fair treatment in international financial system, and strengthen ties with developing the developed nations. National Assembly resumed its plenary session on Tuesday following the annual recess that began in late July. Senate President Godswill Akpabio and Speaker Tajuddin Abbas presided over their respective chambers, reading several correspondence from President Bola Tinubu. The National Assembly resumed its plenary session on Tuesday following the annual recess that began in late July, while Presidents Godswill Akpabio and Speaker Tajuddin Abbas presided over their respective chambers, reading several correspondence from President Bola Tinubu. The communication included a supplementary appropriation bill for the Federal Capital Territory Administration, the nomination of Justice Koridas Kekereke Edun for confirmation as the Chief Justice of Nigeria, and the request for the confirmation of the Commissioners for the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Sam, did you notice?
Very unfortunately, in the course of the break, this sad news of a very vibrant distinguished colleague, a man who exuded so much candor, distinguished Senator Ifeanyi was broken. A monumental loss to this National Assembly, the Senate in particular, his family, the good people of Anambra State, and Nigeria as a whole. We therefore extend our heartfelt condolences to his family, his constituents, Anambra State, and indeed our dear nation. At the appropriate time, we'll do justice to his legacies by devoting more time in chambers to discuss the times and life of distinguished Senator Ifeanyi.
After the formalities, the lawmakers paid tribute to the late Senator Ifeanyi CON by observing a moment of silence. Senator Uba, who passed away in late July 2024 at age 52, represented the Anambra South Senatorial District and chaired the Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Torud Lagbaja has assured troop of Operation Hadarin Daji of continued support in the provision of needed logistic and guidance for the success of their operations. COAS has disclosed this in Sokoto on Tuesday in his remark while declaring open a one-day seminar on water echoes organized by the Department of Army Transformation and Innovation and represented by the acting GOC 8th Divisional Brigadier General Ibikole Ajose, said the seminar is one of the many measures placed to mitigate the challenges faced by the troops. The Nigerian Army has continued to review its tactic, technique, and procedures to come up with both kinetic and non-kinetic strategies to defeat these challenges while operating in a versatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous security environment. He urged commanders at all levels to continue to come up with innovative ideas to upscale their approaches towards improving men and battle readiness in line with its command philosophy for the Nigerian Army. COAS also commended the Department of Army Innovations and Transformation for organizing the seminar, which he said would raise necessary operational and situational awareness of the troops. Justice Binta Yakou of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has rescued herself from the trials of the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, on the allegation of bias leveled against her by the accused person. The decision of the judge to rescue herself from the trial followed Kanu's open outburst against his counsel and the judge. Kanu, who spoke from the dock at the resumed proceeding, directly told Justice Yako that he no longer had confidence in the handling of his trial while his lawyers, Aloy Ejimako, was trying to pursue the courts to suspend the trials on the basis that his client was denying the opportunity to prepare his defense, while Kanu got up from his seat and ordered him to sit down. The prosecution counsel Adebayoga Awomolo urged the court to proceed with the trials, but Justice Binta Nyako denies the rescue and rescued herself from the case. Federal government has approved the creation of the National Civilian Value Brigade Citizens Value Brigade across primary and secondary schools nationwide It said the gradual erosion of good morals and values among the youth leading to various forms of misconduct has raised concern recently, adding that the brigade is designed to install a new culture of values in country can be proud of the Minister of the Information and National Orientation. Mohammed Idris, who disclosed this in a State House after Federal Executive Council meeting at the Aso Villa in Abuja, said government will raise the role model citizens from Nigerian Council that has gradually eroded the values. The FG also mandated the introduction of the National Value Charter into basic and post-basic school curricula, which includes standardizing national symbols, while the new syllables would form key aspects of the topics to be taught in civic education, and will be adopted by government appointees upon assumption of duties. He said the National Orientation Agency will rearrange Nigerians on how to hostize the national flag in public buildings, office cars, and also stressed the need for value orientation among all Nigerians, while the Minister of Education, Professor Tai Maman, said the new curricula for schools will take effect in October 2024. Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation has embarked on the overall assessment of the Aluwa Dam in Borno State to ascertain its integrity. The assessments follow the devastating flood which occurred in Maiduguri, the state capital, after the section of the dam reportedly collapsed, while the Kano state government carried out a critical inspection of the Tiga Dam to ensure it remains safe. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Yusuf, speaking on a press briefing in Abuja in commemoration of the 2024 World Rivers Day, adding that the ministry has commenced the overall speaking on the Lado Dam as the Cameroon management announced the controlled water release. The minister said he has directed the Nigerian Hydrological Service agencies to keep vigilance, while the state government along the bank of River Benue has been advised to remain vigilant and implement preparedness measures, including relocation of people living along flood-prone areas to safeguard properties and lives. He also said the 12 river-based developing authorities has been directed to monitor all the dams and report any occurrences that could threaten the safety of lives and properties within their respective locations. And the United States has provided critical humanitarian aid to thousands of victims affected by the Maiduguri devastating floods. And now to business reports. President Bola Tinubu says despite the pains occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy and other economic reforms introduced by its administrations, Nigerians will start reaping the benefits of this sacrifice soon. Tinubu discloses in his address at the opening of the 2020 National Management Conference of the Nigerian Institute of Management with the theme Economic Stability and National Security, the contending issues and the way forward, held in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Represented by the head of service of the Federation, Didi Esther Wilson Jack, the president, who was the special guest of honor at the event, explained that the decision were aimed at stabilizing the weak economy which he inherited, adding that within the short time he has been in charge of steering the ship of the nations, his administration applicable strat in diversifying the economy with significant investment in some crucial sectors such as agriculture, technology, and renewable energy. And that's the size of the package. Thanks for joining us. I am Immaculata Irikana. You can join us on all our media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, Atlantic, other pathways to progress. Good morning.
people of Maiduguri need your help. The catastrophes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats and high-riding trucks capable of navigating the treacherous, waterlogged areas are urgently required to reach the countless men with desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, international actors and citizens across the nation. Step in now, before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809-233-3955. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic.